You guys already know I love to resurface old Kevin Samuels content that demonstrated how correct that he was, how much of a genius that brother was. And this video is no different. Title of this video that Kevin uploaded, and this was May 9th, 2019, over 6 years ago, titled it Damage Control. Ayesha Curry needs more than attention. Kevin Samuels was beyond right about Ayesha Curry back then, and even with her current actions, continues to demonstrate how right that he was. Let's let the brother cook. Without further ado.
Condolences to the Currys. Never marry a woman who thinks she's better than you. Get right
Hashtag progress over perfection, right?
into this. This one hits home for me because I've seen it so often. I've counseled with guys through divorce care, through Christian ministries, through breakups, through so many things. And I've seen so many guys that have actually married a woman they absolutely adore. But the woman thinks she's better than you. And ultimately, she's jealous of you. Avoid women who think they are better than you because you can never make them happy. And here's the thing, as your success continues to rise, their anger, their resentment, their animosity towards you will continue to rise. So outwardly, people look at you and say, she's so lucky to have this man. He's a multimillionaire, a good family man, all these other things. And all she's sitting there and saying, it should be me. I'm better than him. Especially, this really runs deep, especially in women who are failed actresses and failed models. When you meet a woman who is a struggling local actress, struggling local model, attractive, but she just doesn't have that it factor. You can kick it with her, you can date her, you can hang out with her, but do not make any kind of commitment to her. And for God's sake, don't marry her or have any children. Because one, she is always going to have in her mind any kind of weight I put on, anything that happens is going to potentially hurt this non-existent career she's dreaming about, this fame that she wants, this thing that she cannot have. And especially if you're like Seth Curry and you actually attained it. He married his high school sweetheart. He was a teenage boy and she was a teenage girl. That 15-year-old boy was ecstatic to have that gorgeous girl because she actually grew into her womanness before he grew into his manness. He has finally grown into his man's body, into his man's mind, and become the man a lot of people saw in him. She's still looking at him as the same little boy who was blowing her kisses and kissing her ass as a teenager. And that's what you saw come out. That's what it is. It wasn't that she wants more attention. It wasn't that she wants more guys on her DM. She married a guy that she thinks she's better than. And honestly, she's jealous of him. She's jealous because I'm sitting at home, pumped out 3 kids, and he's on TV every day. He's getting all the fame. He's getting all the red carpet treatment. He's getting all this. And only time she gets attention is attention that he deflects to her. We wouldn't know about Ayesha Curry if it wasn't for Steph. He tries to put her in the spotlight. He tries to put her in front and center. And guess what? If she had what it takes, she'd already be there. And that's what's not being told. If she had anything that should make her a star or put her on that level, she'd be there. Will Smith married Jada Pinkett. Jada Pinkett had a modicum of success, but she was never nowhere close to being what Will was. Look at what Will tried to do with his son. He kept trying to push his son out there, but his son isn't Will. Well, guess what? Ayesha ain't Steph. Let me tell you what I fear is going to happen. I fear this is what's going to happen. She's going to end up divorcing him.
6 years later, and it's terrifying how accurate that he was. 6 years later, and she's still acting up. Quick emergency meeting. I was recently searching for my name online and found way too much personal information, which brought me down this weird rabbit hole of how that could have happened, and found out that there's companies out there called data brokers that will sell your data to marketers, scammers, and even stalkers. And it's a nasty, disgusting feeling knowing that there's bad actors out there selling my information, selling your information for profit. But that's why I'm recommending today's sponsor, Aura. Now, I use Aura to automatically remove my information from these sites and keep my information off, but they do other things as well, such as bank fraud and identity theft alerts, VPN access. But guys, utilize my link down in the description box down below for a 14-day trial. At least see if you've been compromised. Privacy is king in this day and age, and you should know if your information is out there. So again, utilize my link, aura.com/MTR, in the description box down below to try 2 weeks free. That's way more than enough time to see if your personal data has been exposed. Go now. While most women would be grateful for the different opportunities that would be presented on behalf of his success, she will absolutely resent it. And a lot of that is due to the girl boss narratives that her, as well as many modern day women, have latched onto. And because of that, they will see you as competition as opposed to a companion.
It's going to get to a point to where it is intolerable. She's already made this faux pas. She's already put it out there. It's out in the ether, and she's getting drugged by men. And people are actually looking at her like, what the hell is wrong with you? So she's going to have to pipe down. She's not going to be able to say much about anything, but it is going to tear her apart, tear him apart, because at the end of the day, she thinks she's up here and she thinks he's down here. It is not going to change. She does not view Steph Curry as the NBA All-Star world champion basketball player. She views Steph Curry as this guy that her mom and dad, her parents told her, you need to marry and secure the bag. She
still views him as the guy who was going to be the high school basketball coach as she ran up the bag in either corporate or in the entertainment world. And now that it is the opposite, it eats at her.
Want to be there. She would have rather been a struggling actress in Hollywood, trying to get bit parts in commercials, trying to get pickups in TV, trying to be an extra here, or try to get a print commercial or something, while ended up dating whoever. Honestly, she'd have been happier that way. I know too many women like this. Trust me, I've seen this in my life. There are women like her who are above average looking. Let's be honest, she's not that fine. I mean, she's attractive, but she ain't model fine. She's pretty, but she ain't all that. She can't handle it. She's not built for it, but she thinks she is. She can't even handle the overflow traffic she gets from her husband. What the hell makes her think she can handle it in the spotlight? But the problem is she's too close to the sun. She's close enough to where she actually thinks she could do just fine. And the bad thing is she's seen too many women kind of do this kind of thing. Look what Kamora Lee Simmons did. She actually has had a reasonably successful career, but she was a model, a supermodel in somebody's eyes, but a model nonetheless. What has Ayesha Curry done other than being married to Steph Curry? But that's not going to change anything. This is going to nag at her, nag at them, until she ends up. Now there's another possible alternative. Steph could try to work behind the scenes with some Hollywood producer, friend, family, and try to throw some work her way and try to get her in Hollywood. But you know what? It'll even be worse, because honestly, when she gets up on the screen and it shows that she doesn't have the chops, shows that she doesn't have that it factor, then you have to deal with the fallout of that.
Yeah.
When you marry a woman who thinks she's better than you, when you're with somebody who is ultimately going to be jealous of you, who can't play their role, does not like the spotlight being on you, you're signing up for a life of misery. There's going to be this passive, aggressive, low-level contempt for you, because at the end of the day, you're really not what she wanted. You're not what she wanted to do. She wanted something completely else, and she's living a life that somebody else planned for her. And even though it's probably the best thing for her, she thinks she can do better. Till next time, talk at you.
Because she thinks that Steph Curry is beneath her or not better than her, then in her mind, she settled for him. He wasn't her first choice, but he was the choice that her family wanted. So she went with that. Now, Kevin uploaded this 6 years ago, which is right around the time of the infamous Red Table Talk, where people were like, which was the initial place that people began to pick up on her odd public behavior. This was actually before she then went and got on, what was it, The Real? And she was faking like she was taking off her wedding ring in front of millions as the shirtless dude was dancing behind her. Ayesha Curry would kill for the type of attention that Steph Curry gets all of the time from these groupie chicks, but he just actively throws it away, which in turn probably makes her even more upset. Meanwhile, she wants the attention so that her ego can turn down the attention or ignore the attention. Not only does she think that she's better than him, but she's also jealous with a sprinkle of selfishness on top of that. The continued humiliation, while the good dude in this situation, Steph, has moved in a way so that she could have a career on her own, is absolutely insane to me. But it's incredible to me that Kevin was so correct and so right about this back in 2019, all of these damn years ago. Nevertheless, hopefully you guys enjoyed the content here today. Leave me a comment down below. I'm gonna leave a link to this video down in the description down below as well, so that you guys can go up over there and rekindle your memory with all of the great points that Kevin was making. Until next time, YouTube. Peace.
Oh man, yo, if only Kevin Samuels was alive to see this. The prettiest women do the ugliest things. Already know what time it is. It is time to get active.
Gotta subscribe, it's MTR. Hit the like, leave a comment, it's free of charge. Get active, no acting, we men at large. Without further ado, let's set it up.